Hi, this is David Saville. Now, 3 weeks ago today, I left paid employment to go to run my own coaching business. And I've been sharing by video and by articles my experiences, what it's been like for me, the mindsets that have been getting in the way, the struggles I've had financially as I've been doing it. Now, someone challenged me on this. They said, along the lines of, until I'm successful and earning plenty of money, that I shouldn't be sharing this stuff because I shouldn't be inspiring others to do what I'm doing. And so I want to make it clear, just in case anyone else has that idea, don't under any circumstances do what I'm doing. Don't. This is my life. I've made my choices and this is what I needed to do. Your life is your own and it's up to you to decide what you want, what matters to you most and what you will do about it. Now for me, working those 40 to 50 hours a week was filling my life. I got to a point where I could no longer use the circumstances to my benefit. It was spending too much time with people who had very different values to me, and spending time doing things that really didn't matter. You know, if something terrible happened and I was to be dying now and I'd have been working at that job, I wouldn't have known what was important. You know, I wouldn't have felt that my time had been well spent. And so for me, it was time to leave. So it was clearing out of my life something which was taking up the biggest part of it, doing things that I don't want to do with people I don't want to be with. So that's why I did that. Now, what I'm doing is filling it up with the people that do matter, helping the people in my life who need me. Now, I wish I'd come to this way of thinking a couple of years ago. Well, 2 or 3 years ago would have been great because my dad died just over 2 years ago, and I was working at the time at the same company, and the most time I got to spend with him was in the 2 weeks before he died, when I went to hospital and I stayed with him. I slept there, so I'd stay overnight, and I went to work sporadically when I got time. But you know, and so I did spend time with him then, but you know, if I'd have done this back then, I could have spent so much more time with him. You know, everything could have been different really in his experience of his last days, and who knows what may have happened if I'd have been there as opposed to not being there. Well, now I have people in my life who are still here, and I don't want my life to be just rushing about and spending a few minutes here and there or with them, or waiting for a catastrophe to happen so that I then feel that I can take time off work to do it, you know? So anyway, so for me, now is the time. And the financial implications of it don't matter for me, because the worst case scenario is that I would lose the house, have to sell my house. Now, although that'd be terrible, I mean, it's a family home actually, it's the one I grew up in, and it would affect my mum as well. So, you know, it's no small matter. However, if we were to die, what the fuck difference would this house make? So if the worst did happen and we did that, it would actually put me in a better financial position because I would have money left over from that, which I could then use to support myself in my business and take time. So it's not, the financial side isn't important. My ability to be okay with the worst case scenario financially is what's made the difference for me, and that's important, because take away the money and what matters to me is spending time with those people, supporting my grandma and my mum, being there with them. That is what is important, because I want their life to be as good as it can be, and I can't do that if I'm rushing about all the time. You know, I haven't got a big family and I need to be there myself, and I want to be. So that's what clearing myself out of my job enables me to do, and it also enables me then to be able to coach people every day because I've got all that time in the day to do so. I get to help people change their lives, you know, go for a better job, make a leap, a different kind of leap to me, you know, whatever it is for them, I get to do that. I get to help people every day by speaking to them, by email, by these videos, by things that I write, things that I create. So that's what I get to do more of. So my life is being more filled with the things that matter to me. So again, don't do what I'm doing. This is my life and my choices. Now, what I would encourage you to do is be aware of the choices you're making. The things if you ever think you have to do something, you're wrong. You're lying to yourself. There is nothing that you have to do. You may want to do it. You may feel like you have to do it for whatever reason, but it's bullshit. Because if a catastrophe happened and you stopped doing that thing you think you have to do, you would find a way. You just would, because that is our nature. You know, when shit happens, we deal with it and we move forwards. That's how we've evolved. That's how we are. So why wait until a catastrophe happens? Create the opportunity now. Decide for yourself what it is that matters to you, what you want, and then go do that. So I have a question for you. What could you clear out of your life? What could you stop doing that would make the biggest difference to you? And it can be anything at all. Again, don't do what I'm doing, but just think about what you could clear out. How much of your day you spent doing things that have no positive effect on your life, and that if you didn't do them again, you wouldn't care about? What can you stop doing? Comment below, message me directly.